Kings Jazz tonight. You got that coverage right here on the Sporty 1140. Don't forget to listen for the Jiffy Lube Drive of the Game tonight. It could win you a $100 gift certificate to Jiffy Lube. And all you got to do is listen for G-Man, shout out what the drive of the game is, and then call in tomorrow when we call for it. And you could be a lucky winner. That game tips off at 6 p.m. The undefeated Sacramento Kings are favored by 1.5 in this one. That surprised me a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it might be a little bit, a pick 'em, maybe Kings by 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they
Well, generally you get a few points for being home, so
yeah, exactly.
It's a little more.
Yeah,
okay.
A little more. Trey Lyle's out tonight.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. And
sounds like Duarte's going to go, though.
Yeah, Duarte's going to go. Trey Lyle, so that's a big miss for the Kings. That's a Swiss Army knife Mike Brown does not have to work with. But as far as the Jazz go, Jason, let's take a look at what we project to be that starting lineup. This is a team. This is a team that matches up really well with Sacramento. They're a very big team. The games last year were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Clarkson at the point guard, Taylor Horton-Tucker, we imagine is going to be the two. Lauri Markkanen, who had an all-star year last year, and who was the most improved player last year? Was it Lauri? It was Lauri Markkanen. Thank you. John Collins coming over from Atlanta to shore up that power forward position, and then a guy I love, Walker Kessler, who I think is I think part of the reason I love him so much is because of that Rudy Gobert trade and how much Danny Ainge fleeced Minnesota. And they've got a bench. They had Kelly Olynyk, Colin Sexton was there, Ochai Agbaji, his second year. They've got a good starting five that I don't think it's not the Kings starting five, but it's a good starting five. And then that bench, Jordan Clarkson just always kills us time and time again. They're very, very well coached. This is a tough opening night for Sacramento.
It is. And I think, it's a tough place to play traditionally, too. It's the opener, which is always exciting for any city to have their first game of the year. And Utah, we got to remember last year, they traded, as you mentioned, Gobert, but also Donovan Mitchell. The thought was, they got some stuff in return, but they're going to be awful.
Yeah.
They weren't awful.
No.
They surprised a lot of people, and they were in the race all the way kind of till the end in the last couple of weeks. So, again, things went right for the Kings. I don't think it's a crazy thought to say, what if this all works? What if Collins fits in perfectly? Markkanen was an all-star. Sexton's been a good player, and Clarkson's been a sixth man of the year. Like, if it all just kind of blended well, why couldn't this be a 45-win team and make the playoffs?
I think if it all blended well and they had a Kings level year of injury health and everybody blending and all that, this is a very, very talented team. And by the way, they're about to start enjoying the benefits even more of this Rudy Gobert trade. They own their own first round pick this year. They have the Minnesota Timberwolves unprotected pick, or excuse me, last year they had the T-Wolves unprotected pick, and they had the Sixers unprotected pick. They have signed all three, so they've got 3 first-rounders coming in. They just have their own pick this year. It's protected 1 to 10, and we'll go to Oklahoma City, shockingly. 2025, their first-round pick, the Cavs unprotected, the Timberwolves unprotected, and you go all the way through 2027. Own first-round pick, Cavs unprotected, Timberwolves unprotected, Lakers first-round pick. We talk about Oklahoma City all the time. Danny Ainge has Utah with a nice load of picks, and he did this in Boston where he dangled it around forever. But you look at a team like Utah, who, no offense to Taylor Horton-Tucker, but that's probably the weak spot in their lineup. They have the treasure chest.
Yeah.
If they want to jump and make a move this year, they can. So I agree with you. Utah is a sneaky sneak in for the Western Conference playoffs.
37-45 last year when it was supposed to be a bad year. Flip that around, 45-37. I don't think is crazy. Now, again, I think it's fluid where injuries or just, I don't know, things don't jive. Certainly it doesn't go that way, but they're thinking they can make the postseason. I'm telling you.
I know nobody wants to hear this on opening day, and I know my bit is that I'm a pessimist, but I just want to caution Kings fans, who most I don't think I need to caution. Look, Kings should go out and blow the Jazz off the court, and I hope they do. But if we're talking tomorrow about a Kings loss, this is not an end of the world loss. This is it. This is a good, very serviceable Jazz team that's probably going to be better than last year, and they gave the Kings everything they could possibly deal with last year in some of the best games in the NBA.
Yeah.
Some of the best games in the NBA last year were Kings Jazz games.
I think going into the year, it's really hard to see, like, and there's never gimmies, but, closer, like, all right, this would feel like a bad loss. I don't know where those are right now. I think the season needs to develop. I think people would look at Portland, maybe Houston and San Antonio, but I mean, I think Victor Wembanyama is going to be very difficult to beat for some teams.
Home to Detroit, bad loss.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I got.
So the list is short.
The list is very, it's very, very short. And if you come in tomorrow, look, if Kings do lose,
what might happen?
Smile.
Yeah,
smile.
Why?
It's game one.
Okay.